If I'm not mistaken, that's the drill that Mortal delivered to the museum director on Titan. Why am I not surprised to see it here? Those are the controls for the drill. They're complicated. Definitely not for technophobes. The creatures that inhabit this spacecraft are entirely unknown to me. I've never seen a design like this. They could be living organisms, but this could just as easily be organic equipment. From the way it stinks here, I guess the process of decay started a long time ago. The center of the ship, is that an optical illusion, or is there really light coming from there? There can't possibly be any energy left here after such a long time, let alone life. If I didn't know I was on an asteroid somewhere in the stellar ocean of Jumanji, I'd think I was in the deep sea on Terra. If I don't stop Kato somehow, my only option will be to chase him. I've got to get a head start or this isn't going to work. Kato and his lot evidently want to get inside the ship. If I get there before Kato, perhaps I can find out what he's looking for. I'd have to delay him somehow. But how? Exactly. Why didn't I think of that before? That'll surprise them. I'll reroute the signal via hypercom to prevent the transmitter from being directly located. The surprise might work then.
What's that now?
Da Trumort. This is Immortal speaking.
What? How?
You'd better watch who you try to trick.
But Takeo...
Fell for my programmed android double. Congratulations, but not a business. We had an agreement, and I fulfilled my part. But you don't turn your back on your enemy unless he's dead, so I equipped the drill with a high-performance tracking device.
That's completely impossible.
Whatever you say, but I'll be reaching the asteroid in the 11th quadrant in approximately 20 minutes. My team and my crew will then begin implementing the plans immediately. Model out.
No!
But Stolpan, didn't Takeo...
Takeo has made mistakes before, but if this is true, then that was one too many. Everyone get back. I need to verify this.
Wait a moment, that's not right. That isn't data being analyzed, it's data being transmitted. But who's doing it? There's no one here. Who's transmitting data to whom? IT was never one of my strong points. Here's a signature. Quintessence. Of course, Quater Bat. But what's happening? He's transmitting this data to... the spaceship, to the Olocum. But why? Think, Rhodan. Yes, he's communicating with them. He's speaking to them. He wanted this contact the whole time. He wants... not Kato. I've got to stop it. It's the only way. Maybe I can use the drill to cause an explosion inside the ship. It's full of putrefaction gases and methane hydrates. That might work. That looks like an impression of the Supram lens. Why does this creature have a mount for it on its head? That reminds me of dolphins or whales. They have an organ in that spot for communicating and for orienting themselves underwater. The center of the ship. That could be the commander or the navigator. What's that smell? More on the sweet side. Despite the stench of decay, it seems familiar. That's the smell of sheed. This powerful locum here is still being supplied with it. This Supran lens is broken. Maybe that was why the ship crashed, or else it broke during or because of the crash. In any case, it seems to have something to do with this powerful locum here, and with the ship's controls. So that's why Cato's here. The frequencies of the Supran lens. Let's see what happens if I talk to it.
Voice import in progress. No match with humanoid voices identifiable.
It actually seems to be having an effect. These organic structures seem still to be alive after all. The entire ship seems to react to these sounds. Perhaps the Elocum are still alive after all. Of course, that's very unlikely, but somehow it wouldn't surprise me either.
Perry Rhodan, what an unexpected honor. I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm a little disappointed to see you here. But you know how difficult it is to acquire qualified specialists as employees. A whole universe full of washouts. Well, here we are now, and it would be easy for me to have you killed. It looks as though we're just two puppets being manipulated by a mad puppeteer. Haven't you felt lately as though someone were guiding your steps? And didn't you feel uncomfortable about that? But, Regent Rhodan, together, the two of us could put a stop to Quaterbat's game.
Is that all you want, Cato? To eliminate Quaterbat?
You're forgetting that I have the lens, Perry. With it, we could finally contact these superior immortal creatures again. You are one of the most powerful men in the galaxy. With my help, and the knowledge of the Yellodzimii, you could rule it completely.
How selfless of you, Cato. Why do I find it so hard to trust you? I thought he seemed a bit strange when I saw him at the Academy. One of Cato's people, an employee at the Robotics Institute. Amo put the fox in charge of the henhouse there. It's hard to imagine him helping me now. Cato's beefy helper. I can't assume that he could do anything to help me intentionally. Accidentally, perhaps. It doesn't look as though I'll be able to dissuade Cato from his scheme. He wants power and immortality. What else? The question is, how do I get out?